Namaste, beautiful humans, and welcome back to another Meandering Yogi edition of Kobalt. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's not a review. Actually, I've done a couple reviews on the Kobalt products I have. I've got the mower, the blower, and the weed whacker, and I've had them all for 3 years. I'll link the product review that I've done on here below if you want to watch that. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. If you get anything out of this video, please hit the like. That helps push it out there so other people can see it, enjoy it, and hopefully get something else from it as well. So real quick today, I'm just going to go over this weed eater. The biggest question I'm asked is, how do you do the weed eater string? So real quick, let me go over a couple things with you. The model weed eater that I have, yeah, it's 40 volt. But I guess there's a couple different model numbers from the way I understand. So this one is the KST 130X-06, yeah? And it tells you right on the bottom, let me show you that, I'll pull it up here and show you. So it tells you right here on the bottom which line to use. On this one here, it takes the 0.80, which is 2mm line, nylon line it'll tell you, and says it in a couple languages. But that'll let you know in case you already own one and you're not sure which one you have, and you want to know, which string to use. So everyone might have their own preference of string. I'll let you know what I'm loading on here today. Again, it's the 0.80, yeah, for size, and I like this ugly line. And I think the reason I really get it is because it's a triangular shaped line instead of being a round line. So to me, it makes sense. It bites, it gets a little better grip, and I don't know, it just seems to work better for me. But everybody's got their own preference. I'm not telling you what kind of string to get, but you will need that 0.80. That is the correct size, yeah? So the way I do this, my arm span, guys, I'm 5'9.5" with a freaking arm span. I got 6'5" arms. So I run 2 links out, which is basically 13 feet. So that's exactly how I do it. I'll just pull this out here so I can't reach any longer. Double it, pull it again. Now I've got about 13 feet. Now there's several ways you can do it. You can use a tape, you can put it down on the floor, set something on it, run a tape out, whatever works for you. If you know your arm span, you can multiply it like that. I will tell you one thing, don't try to cut this with scissors. You'll sit there and work your butt off, so get some kind of a plier that's made for cutting. I'm using a lineman's pliers is what they're called, but any kind of plier with a cutting tool will cut it pretty simple, yeah? And next, we just want to match these 2 ends together. So come up to your ends. Now you've just got the one long piece, so yeah, about 13 feet. Match the 2 ends together. Follow that back till you get to the loop here, and I like to put just a little kink right there, just like so, and that just helps me keep, I know where it's at now. It's kinked, and then I'm not going to lose that spot. Yeah, I won't have to find it again. I set this camera up so I can actually go through this and do it real quick and show you exactly how it goes. It's not that hard, really. A couple times at it, you got it made. Alright, gang. So we got our line cut. I'm just going to throw that through a belt loop right here. Get that out of the way for a minute. Now on the weed eater itself, right here on the head, you're going to see there's 2 little depression points where you can push this head in. Yeah, so you can push this in here, and just on the opposite side there's another one. So that's all we're going to do. I'm going to set it back down here, and I'm going to depress these 2 back in here. Yeah, and then just give this a wiggle, and it'll come right off. Yeah, so there's your top off, and that brings you to this reel, and this reel only goes on one way. Okay, and at the bottom of the reel, it'll actually tell you on the bottom of the reel which way to run the line. You can see there's 2 arrows here, there's 2 arrows here, so you cannot wind this incorrectly if you're paying attention. Simple as that. So from there, we're going to get our line out, if I don't strangle myself trying to get it out here. Alright, and again, remember I told you I put that little kink in there? So that kink inside here on the center run, you've got 2 slots. pick either one, it makes no difference. So you're going to take that, slide it in on that slot, and that kind of clicks down in there, yeah. And then look at, well, clicks down in there and you're supposed to hold it. How about that? Let's hold it. Alright, so now you've got right on here, it tells you which way to wind that. Now what I like to do, I'm winding this way. I like to hold it like this. I put a finger in between here, yeah. So put a finger in between here, and that keeps them two separated. It just makes it easier. And that's it. You're just going to turn that wheel and run this line on there. Take a glance, make sure you're going the right way before you get too far, yeah? And keep going. We're just going to keep twisting that. The biggest thing here, I think, is people just kind of get a little fumbled up with the hands. It's just something to get used to, for, you know, to do. But once you do it, like I've taught, you know, people have asked me, and I've written back and told them, and I said, well, it's you know, it's not difficult. It's kind of like riding a bike. Once you learn how to do it, then it's not bad. So here we are. We come to the end, yeah. Now we've got about 5-6 inches equal on each side. Now I like to, there's two things you can do here. You can finagle and not use these, but I use these. There is 2 slots right here, and you can clip that line in there, and once you clip that line in there, that hand's free. So for me, I think that's good. And then you want to back up, you got to have at least 4 or 5 inches coming out of there. So on one side you're going to have pretty much perfect. The other side's going to be a little long until you get it trimmed up, yeah. So that's it. Now we've got these placed in here. Now on the cap itself, you can see this big ring is what actually slides down in here. So we're just going to slip this down in here. You want to be able to see the writing on your trimmer line. You want to be able to see that you're winding it that way, and you know you've got it in there correctly. Here you've got 2 holes, yeah, these slots. So we're going to line the string up with that, and then simply from here, I like to hold this center section and do nothing more than flip it over, line up my 2 slots, the ones that depress, yeah, line those up to where they're pretty close, and then from here you're just going to start pushing it down, and then we're going to pull the string up into this crevice, yeah, hold it there, same with the other side, pull that string off, pull it right up in there, and then you're going to push it down, and that's it. That simple. It is not a difficult job, guys. It takes just a few minutes, and girls, I'm sorry, I always say guys, and you know what, my wife kills me for that. She's like, why do you always say guys? Why is it always guys? Yeah, so anyway, I do apologize. And then I like to take and go ahead and trim. You've got a cutter and edger, you know, here that cuts, but I like to go ahead and trim that back a little bit so that this doesn't fly off and hit you in the leg or go somewhere it doesn't need to. So go ahead and trim them off. Another thing about this weed eater, I will tell you just real quick, a tip from me, and this is just if you want to or not, but this has got the bump wheel on it, yeah. So if you bang this on the ground hard enough, it's going to spit your string out. I don't do that. I've had several weed eaters like this, and this doesn't last long if you're banging it on the ground very long, okay? And it's just the way it is. It's plastic, it only takes so much. So for me, and I've said this again on some places, but I like to depress it right here, and then take one side, one or the other will come out just like that, and then give it a yank. And now again, I've got long string, yeah? So that's it, guys. It's that simple, guys, girls, sorry, everybody. That's it. That's as simple as it is. If you have any other questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask. If you've got a better way or a different thing that you like to do or whatever, please put it in the comments. Let people know. Certainly not going to hurt my feelings any. If you like the video, guys, girls, folks, please hit that like button. And yeah, if you really want to help me out, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I would certainly appreciate it. That's it. Much love and respect, my friends. Good day.